Hi everyone, welcome to Coding Things. This is Biswajit back again with another video. So in previous video we have discussed about while loop in Python. In this video we will learn about for loop. Now I am inside my VS Code and I want to create a Python file here. So for that I will click here new file and give the name as tutorial 26 underscore for loop dot py and then hit enter, and you can see the file is created. So if you want to execute some particular block of code repeatedly, then you can use for loop there. Okay, so in general for loop is used to iterate over a sequence. So let us take an example. If I want to print something into the console 4 times, then how I can do that? So we can use for loop there. Okay, so to write for loop, there is a keyword available in Python, that is your for keyword. Okay, so you need to write for and then you need to specify a variable name. I will write here, suppose the variable name as a norm, and then I will write here in, then there is a function available, that is your range function. So I want to execute this for loop 4 times, so that's why I will pass the range here as 4. Okay, so now I will write here a colon, then hit enter, then you can see it is automatically indented. So now I will write here a print statement, and inside print statement I will write, suppose, coding, then things, and also I want to print the value of the variable norm. Okay, so now if I run this file, then you can see the result. Let me run this file, then you can see it is printing coding things 0, coding things 1, coding things 2, and coding things 3. That means the loop is executing 4 times. Okay, so observe it carefully how these things are working. So here I have written for norm in range 4. That means here the norm is a variable and this range function is a iterable object. Okay, so it is a iterable function. So that means the iteration starts from here 0. So by default the iteration start from 0 and it goes till 3. Okay, so when this for loop execute first time, then at first the value of this norm by default is 0. Okay, so then it will execute whatever written inside this for loop, and it is printing that in first time. Okay, coding things and 0. Then now this value of norm will be incremented to 1, and then it will execute this statement. Then you can see it is printing coding things 1. Then the value of this norm is incremented to 2, then it is printing this, and then the value of norm is incremented to 3, and then it will print this. But it now it will stop here because I have specified the number as 4. Okay, so that means this range function is a iterable function or iterable object, and the by default the iteration will start from 0. If I have not specified anything, then by default it will start iteration from 0 and goes till the specified number less than 1. That means it will go till 1 less than the specified number. So here I have specified the number as 4, so that's why it will start from 0 and goes till 3. Okay, so this is the syntax of for loop. So you need to write the for keyword first, then after that you need to specify a variable, then you need to write in keyword, then after that you need to write a iterable object here. Okay, so I'll tell you how you can use some another iterable object here. So let me create another for loop. Okay, so let me comment this for loop here, and I will clear the terminal. So now we will write another for loop here. So for that I will write here for I will write here ch, it is a variable name in suppose I will write a string here. I will write here uh, coding things. Okay, so you can see it is a string, coding things is a string. So strings are iterable object. Okay, so we can directly use them in a for loop. So I will just print the value of ch. Okay, so now if I run this file, then you can see the result. So I'll run this file now. if I run this file, then you can see it is printing coding. That means all the characters one by one. Okay, so what is happening here, you can observe here. So see, when the control enter into this for statement, then first the iterable object is here c. Okay, now the first character c is stored inside ch, and then it will execute whatever written inside the for loop, that is your print statement. So it will execute this, then it will print the first character, then after that it will iterate to the second character, and the value of the second character will be stored inside the ch, then second time it will print o, then third time the value of the ch will be d, then it will print d. Okay, so similarly the iteration goes on till the end of the string. Okay, so in this way you can write any iterable object here. Okay, so you can write here a list also. We will see how we can write a list when we study about list. Now I want to show you one thing. If I want to execute something when this loop execution will be finishes, after that I want to execute some particular block of statement, then there I can use here else statement also. Okay, so let me comment this thing. I will comment it, I will copy it and I will comment it, and I will write here for else. Okay, for else statement, and I will comment this. Okay, so we will see how for else statement works. Okay, so I will just paste the loop here, the previous code. You can see here it is a for loop. So now I want to execute some particular block of code when this for loop will be successfully executed. Okay, so for that I will write here else, and inside the else block I want to print, suppose I will print here end of the program. Okay, end of the program. So now when I run this file, then you can see what happens. So now I want to print all the characters one by one here, separated with comma. I will write here end equals to, I want to end equals to comma. Okay, so now you can see if I run this file, then you can see what happens. Then you can see it is printing all the things separated with comma. Okay, so you can use this end keyword, and you can specify whatever the character you want to print at the end of this print statement. Okay, so when this print statement execute first time, then it will print c, then at the end it will just write a comma. Okay, so it will print a comma, then second time it will print o, then at the end it will print comma. Okay, so in this way all these things are going on. Okay, so now if I write here a condition, that is if ch is equals to I will write here suppose I. Okay, so then I want to comes out from the loop. So for that I will write here a break statement. Okay, so now if I run this file, then you can see the result. Okay, so then you can see it is printing codi. When the value of ch is I, then you can see it is printing that value ch here I, and after that it is printing comma here also, but here it is checking a condition ch equals to I. This condition is true now, then it will enter into the if block and this break statement will be executed. So at that time the control should be comes out from the loop and the loop execution is stopped. Okay, so that's why this else block will never be executed. Okay, so if this for loop will executed successfully throughout the all iteration, after that this else statement should be executed. Okay, so let's talk about that range function. And if I want to start from a particular number, then how can I do that? I'll write here a for loop for, I'll write the variable as I in a range function. Inside range function, if I give here suppose 4, and then I want to go till 10. Okay, then you can specify in this way also, the first index is indicating that the iteration should start from this first number. Okay, that is the iteration is start from 4 and then it is goes till less than 1 of the last number. That is that means it will start from 4 and go till 9. Okay, so now if I write here a print statement and I will print that I, and I'll place here a end statement here, and the end equals to suppose comma. Okay, now if I run this file, then you can see it is printing 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so you can specify the starting index also in range function. And let me clear the screen, and I will show you another thing here also. I'll copy it and let me comment it. And now if I want to step some numbers, then I can do that. I need to specify that in the last. I will specify here, suppose I will specify here 3, and let me make this to 15. Now if I run this file, then you can see what happens. Then you can see it is printing 4 7 10 13. Okay, that means it is starting from 4 and goes till less than 1 of 15. That means it will start from 4 and goes till 14, and the step value should be 3. Okay, you can see the difference is 3 here. Okay, so that means it will step up 3 values. Okay, so in this way you can use this range function, and this range function will take 3 argument. So if you not specify anything here, then it will by default consider this third argument as 1, and if you don't specify the first argument also or first number, then it will by default consider as it is 0. Okay, so now if I run this file, then you can see it will print till 0 to 14. Okay, so in this way this range function works, and this is the syntax of for loop. This is it for now. We will continue from this onwards in our next video. Thank you for watching this video.